Bill White, who I would like to mention, because discovering him was another enormous, kind of Aladdin's cave moment.
Yeah. And we have to say Bill White carries a massive shadow across everything we probably do in Recovery Voices at some level.
I started reading Bill in the early 2000s. I mean, I think I'd come across some of his stuff before that, but I hadn't really recognised it. But before he came to the UK to talk at a conference which we invited him to, I'd started reading this guy, and suddenly there was this bloke who'd just written so sensitively and wisely and about virtually everything. If anything you needed to know about treatment, recovery, what addiction is like, what recovery is like, the kind of dilemmas and the polarizations and the evolutions, he had written about it. And he never wrote about it in a dogmatic fashion. He would always leave the conversation open. At the end of a Bill article, he hasn't answered the question. He's posed more questions, and I think that's really, again, made me admire his writing very much. And he wrote a paper called "Can Drug Addicts Drink?" It's worth having a look at, because he certainly doesn't answer the question. He's not going to say yes or no, but he puts forward loads of interesting arguments and experiences that people have had, and how the TC movement basically didn't pay attention to alcohol, and a lot of people fell victim to that. And yet, the inevitable truth that some people who've had drug addictions can drink without any problems at all. Now, again, the way he writes about that is fascinating, and I would recommend anybody who's listening to this to seek out Bill White and have a look at what he's been writing.